final question.
Yes, question for Mr. Todd, basically a trick question, to bring a historical perspective to monetary issues. Founder Roger Sherman wrote the very simple rule into the Constitution: no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debt. He only wrote one paper that explained that. It was titled Caveat Against Injustice, or an inquiry into the evils of a fluctuating medium of exchange, written in 1752. His experience was that each colony had its own currency. Rhode Island inflated more than Connecticut, where he did business, and he was stuck in a court settlement receiving payment due in Rhode Island money, which was rapidly losing its value. And the question is, have we not just become kind of Rhode Island to the whole world? And it's been stretched out basically because of the petrodollar system. But isn't there a basis for calling back to a new Bretton Woods agreement that would be geopolitically based in a somewhat neutral space, where each nation could facilitate restoring an honest unit of monetary account, gold and silver, and at the same time prevent one another from dumping excess currency into each other's economies?
I wrote a column about bringing back the international gold standard in the Christian Science Monitor in November of 2008. A month later, I was denounced by name in a lead editorial in the largest newspaper in the world, the People's Daily Online of China, the official organ of the Communist Party, for that column. So anyway, my heart is with you, but later, years later, I asked Robert Mundell what he thought of this idea of bringing back Bretton Woods. Could we have such a conference? And here was his answer. Pay close attention. He said, an international conference on the scale of Bretton Woods to reestablish currency exchange rates would probably be a good idea. But I fear that it is beyond the capacities of the politicians globally whom we have today, and that in the absence of serious statesmen, that the best we can do is these silly competitive devaluations step by step, which at least have the virtue of driving the market to where it ought to be in the first place if you did have the conference.
All right, an appropriately quasi-fatalistic place to end this discussion. Thank you so much to our panelists. A round of applause, please.